Oh my God. Sorry.
Muted your microphone. Okay, I'm on 6.2 for homework. And the sound down on your, right here, on here, turn your volume on. Okay, I'm going to bring up 6.2. Do you need the interpreter? Guys, you're on this channel. Okay, guys, I've got an idea. We can stay in the classroom until the end of class, but we can try and work the homework out maybe, and then maybe the teacher will show up. I don't know. We could start working on our homework together. If the teacher shows up, that's great. If not, we can just work together on our homework, because I need to try and catch up with the homework if I can. I know some of us are behind with the homework, some of us are struggling, some may not be. So this would be a great opportunity for us to take advantage of the time and work together, if anyone's interested. Oh, man, you guys are mean. You're all so quiet. Oh, teacher's here. Ah, teacher's here.
Thomas.
Yeah, sorry, I'm late. Got kind of carried away there with things that are going on here.
We were just talking about working together and doing our homework and trying to catch up on things.
Oh, well, if y'all want to do that, I'm quite welcome to do that with you.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love that.
So does everybody else want to, okay with doing that?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So let me get the rest of my stuff out. Oh, there it is right there. And so
This looks very fat.
you come up with what problem from the homeworks, and I'll pull it up on my screen and like what I did yesterday with somebody
I
else.
tried to catch up, but it was just really hard. I was having a really hard time with some of the stuff. Some of the questions were hard.
I understand. Yeah, what am I trying to do? This one. I'm trying to get my my little tablet here to do what I want it to do. And get my tablet up here. What problem?
Number 19 was really hard.
From
It was in 6.2, number 19.
okay, 1 second. Well, that was the wrong way. Here we go. All right,
I know
give
we
me,
were talking about in class the other day with the sign and all of that, but I guess I just wasn't holding it.
all right, I'm pulling up what you call it, my lab. And so what assignment?
6.2. And then it was question number 19.
Question 19. Okay. I don't
So what I'm understanding so far then is with the range. So it's R squared. Is that what I'm seeing?
All right, you have the point. Whoops. You have the point -4, 3. Right? Or that's what I on I probably have a different point than you did. Okay. So if we look at it, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, -4, 1, 2, 3. So this point, so we're talking about a circle that has this radius. And so y equals r sine theta and x equals r cosine theta. And by definition of a circle, x squared plus y squared equals r squared when it's centered on 0, 0. So turn this light off so I can see. So we would need to find out what r is. Well, finding out r, we have a nice little right triangle here where we have the 2 length of the sides. One side is a -4, which means it's 4 units long. And this one is 3 units long. And so you do -4 squared plus 3 squared. That's what r squared is. And then you have 16 plus 9 equals 25, which is r squared. So r equals 5. All right, since r is a length, we're not considering the negative square root. So that means -4 is going to equal 5 times the cosine of whatever theta is, and that's that we're talking this angle. Or 3 will equal 5 times the sine of theta. So we're either going to deal with a -4/5 is what cosine theta is, which means cosine inverse of -4/5 is what theta is. Oh, they're not asking for the angle, are they? They're just asking for what the other trig functions are. Correct? So that means we have sine of theta is y over r. Cosine theta is x over r, realizing that with the unit circle, this is sine is y and cosine is x. So it's no different than what we've been dealing with, except the radius is no longer 1, it's some number r. And let's do cosecant. Cosecant is, whoops, did I write it right? Cosecant of theta is the reciprocal of sine, so that's going to be r over y. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so x over r becomes r over x. And tangent isn't affected by the radius. Tangent is still y over x, and so cotangent is still going to be x over y. And so now I have what r is. R is 5. X is -4. And y is 3. So I just plug those in.
Okay, so then, okay, so we substitute the 3, the 5, -4.
So this would be 3/5. This would be a -4/5. This would be a -3/4. And this would be 5/3. And this would be a -5/4. And this would be 5/3.
Okay, thank you. That clears that up.
Okay. So anything else?
I'll just keep working on the problems that I'm at right now.
Okay. Does anybody else have questions about the homeworks?
Not just yet, but I'm working in the background and I'll tell you if I get to issues.
Okay. Well, what I'm doing, getting ready or getting things to ask me. I'm gonna finish setting up over here so I can see everything that I need to see. Too many wires. No. This monitor is right next to my computer. And the wires I have to connect them are about 3 feet long. And so, and the machines are only inches apart. So I gotta fight with them to get them into where I need them to be so they aren't in the way. Jeez.
When we're looking at square roots then, hold on, let me go back, let me double back. So when I'm looking at the circle and I've got the triangle, excuse me, when I've got the triangle and I've got the different angles, how do I solve that? If I'm looking at the hypotenuse, so I've got the sum of the two sides equals the square of the third, and then I have to figure out the square root, is that correct?
Yes, it's a Pythagorean theorem. You know, where you have a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? When you have a right triangle, you have a, b, and c.
Yes.
Well, inside the unit circle or any circle, where either this endpoint or this endpoint is the center of the circle, all right? So this would be the center of the circle, and this would be on this, this would be on the circle. Yeah, these 2 points. Yeah, what? No, sorry. One of these 2 points is on the circle. And so this would be the X direction, and this would be the Y direction. Okay. Now, if one of them's negative, it doesn't matter because when you square it, it's going to be positive. So but the length is going to be the absolute value. So, but the positive and negative tell you which quadrant we're in. So if we had the point -4, -6, then we're dealing with the third quadrant, right? Because both X and Y are negative down here. And so that means sine and cosine are positive and the others are negative. No, I said that wrong. Tangent and cotangent are positive.
If we're looking at the b squared and the a squared, b squared, and we accumulate those, we add those together, I get that. What the part I'm stuck with, I guess, is the square root. If it's a 28, I got 28 on the one I had. You can't get the square root of that very easily. I end up with a decimal, right?
You simplify it. All right, so I look for factors of 28 that are perfect squares. So 4 is a perfect square, and 4 times 7 is 28. So this is 2 times the square root of 7. So this is what I use.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Can I leave it like that? Perfect.
Yeah.
That answers my question.
Yeah. When they say what's the exact values, then you just leave it this way. You don't put it into the calculator.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. But if they ask you to round it to a certain number of decimal places, that's when you use the calculator.
Okay.
So
got
like, so like on some of those problems, I saw one that said cosine of pi over 18. Well, that you would punch into the calculator because they're asking you to round it to 2 decimal places.
Okay.
All right.
Search. Oh, got it.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other problems?
Not yet.
Hmm. All right. My Zoom pictures are what, over there. No, they're over there. That's why I'm staring off this way. And everything else is happening over here. So when I'm looking at y'all, I'm looking off screen. When I'm doing work, I'm looking at the other screen. Let me see about that homework assignment. There's 37 questions there. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Beta.
So I'm still struggling with the sign of beta, theta.
I'm struggling when I get to the square root part.
You got disconnected. Hello. Oh, you're muted.
How about now?
There you go.
Stupid machine.
You missed the dog show and tell.
Ah,
But you can still see mine. Real. Hey, bud. You look, Robert has a dog too.
yep. Okay, my machine just shut down on me. First, everything froze, and then Zoom disappeared, and then my mouse wouldn't move, and then I got blue screen. Blue screen is not good.
No, it's not.
So I had to restart my machine and get back here.
Well, we're happy to have you back. We've just been silently entertaining ourselves. Waiting for your return.
That's always good.
Oh.
Technology has not been my friend this week.
Well, hopefully it's kinder to you now.
Well, not finding.
I'm stuck with the fractions on sine where we've got a square root over 7. I was having trouble dividing, I think it was divided by 2 or not sure if I was supposed to be multiplying or dividing at that point.
So what's the fraction?
It's 8 over the square root of 7.
Well, you want to rationalize the denominator.
Hold on just a second. It's not the square root of 7. The square root of 7 is to the side.
Oh, 8 times the square root of 7?
No,
It's 8 in the numerator.
Oh,
and 7 is the denominator.
okay.
And then there's 2. So it's 2 square roots of 7.
Oh, there's a 2 here.
Yeah, 2 square roots
Okay.
of 7. Just like that.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, yeah, this 8 and this 2 reduce. So that's going to be 4 over the square root of 7. But now you want to rationalize the 7, the square root of 7. So that's multiplying by the square root of 7 down here. So you get 7 in the denominator. But if I multiply the denominator by something, I have to multiply the numerator by the same thing. So I'm multiplying by 1. And that's going to be 4 square roots of 7 over here.
When I enter that in as the answer in my math lab, it says it's wrong.
So so let's back up. What was the problem? I mean, what was the exercise?
It was x is -6. Then there was the 8. which led me then to find the radius with the square root 7.
Okay, now what was the point again?
It was in section 6.
Okay,
And then it was
well, what was the ordered pair?
-6,
-6?
and then the y is 8.
Okay. The -6 didn't come through. The audio was screwy. Okay, so you do -6 squared plus 8 squared equals r squared.
And that's where I got the 2 square roots of 7.
Well, that's incorrect. So that was 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. What's 36 plus 64?
Yeah.
What's the square root of 100?
My bad.
Okay. So this down here is supposed to be 10.
There we go. My mistake. Yeah.
Okay, no.
Throwing me, but I got it.
If you didn't ask, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't see. Okay. As long as you see what happened that drove you to that answer. Because that was, you were saying that it's 28.
Yeah,
Here.
I got it now. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. So in the process of this happening, I lost everything I had open.
I really hate it when all my tabs get deleted.
Oh, well, Firefox will remember the tabs and ask me if I want to restore or start new. But what happens is the other programs I had in the background, like I had a Word document open that I hadn't saved yet. That went bye-bye.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot that Word doesn't do that because I always use Google Docs. So last
Yes.
semester, or I guess last year, for one of my assignments, I accidentally deleted like a whole like essay. So it was like a couple pages long because I didn't save it to Word.
Yep. Well, if I have a document and I save it to my OneDrive, then and I have it synced, then Word constantly saves it. So every time I make a change and I pause, like if I type in a word or something and I pause, then it saves it. But I hadn't done that yet with that document. But it's one I can rebuild easily. It's one I use to send everybody the emails through ACES. That's what I'd created a document where I put all your emails there, those of you who are in the classroom. Which means those who are in Zoom and come into the class did not get an email in ACES. You only got an email through Canvas and the announcements. Does announcements send you a notification?
For me, it did. I got one for my inbox, the little normal like thing that pops up with a little number count for unopened mail, and then I got one for my announcements, and I think that's it.
Okay. Because whenever I put an announcement in, I always used to get an email from it, but I don't anymore. I guess because I'm the one who's making the announcement. Okay, anyone else have a question or issue or let's see. Oh, what I'm going to do here. Oh, that's in the way.
So I do have another question then.
Okay.
I've got 1/3 to the power of 2. How do we navigate that one? Oh, okay. So 1/4 then would give me 1/16.
Yep.
Perfect.
Because according to rules of exponents, that's going to be 1 squared over 3 squared, which is 1 over 9. So 1/4 being squared will be 1 being squared over 4 being, everything gets squared. 1 over 4. So if this was 2 over 3, then it would have been 4 over 9.
Oh, and sir, we can ask you questions like this during your office hours Zooms, correct?
Yeah, if I was there today, but I wasn't there today because
Okay. I mean like the days that you are there, but yeah, okay, that's nice.
yeah. Scott's been visiting me quite frequently, which is fine, which is what I'm here for. All right, I'm pulling up the PowerPoint to see where we left off. Yeah, that 6.2 has an unusual number of problems in it. So I think I'll get in and work on that this afternoon or evening. Where is it? There it is.
So I'm looking at fractions. Is there any way we could quickly go over adding fractions? I think I've got it straight. But I'm looking at two different fractions. Tell him to lift his hands up.
What are they?
Okay, so the fractions then are 1/9 and 1/16.
So you want the denominators to be the same. So 9 and 16 have no factors that are the same.
Right, that's where I'm struggling. I keep trying to increase the
So you-
numbers and I can't find anything.
You multiply 9 and 16 together.
Okay,
So that's going to be 144. Yeah, that's 144. And I should have known that. Okay, so what do I multiply 9 by to get 144? 16. So that means I multiplied 1/9 by 16 over 16. And what do I multiply 16 by to get 144? Well, that's 9. So that means I multiplied 1/16 by 9 over 9. So this is 16 and this is 9. So we have 16 plus 9 in the numerator. So that's 25 divided by 144. And what's nice about this is is this a radius squared?
yes, that's this.
So you have a perfect square in the numerator and a perfect square in the denominator. So when you take the square root, you get 5/12.
Got it.
Because you're going to be doing the square root of all of this, right?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
We did the sinusoidal functions, right? Did we? Oh, we got into the inverse sine and cosine, right?
I think so.
If y equals sine, the sine inverse of x, that means x equals the sine of y. Okay. All right. Whoops. All right. Let me go back to this. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, since I'm not getting any questions, and I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm about ready to take a nap.
I understand.
Yeah, to let y'all know what was going on with me today, just so you'll know, we had an 19-year-old cat who we had to take to the emergency vet clinic last night. And they saw him for a while and we brought him back home. And that was about 3 o'clock before my head hit the pillow. And he seemed to be holding his own this morning when I left for work. And my wife called about 9:30 and said he had died. And so I needed to come home and take care of it. So that's what was happening today, and that's one reason why I was late this afternoon. So yeah, thank you. He was 19. He was the boss.
Sir, that cat is older than I am, or was older than I am.
Yeah. We have another cat who's 15. And then we have another one that's a year and a half old. So he'd been with us for he was about he wasn't a year old yet when we got him. So
One of my other teachers' dog died recently, like maybe a week ago. So I think it's kind of crazy. It's just everyone's pets are not doing so well.
well, a year ago my cat died. She was 15, 16 years. Well, she may have been, well, I don't know. She may have been as old as Joshua was. But she was over 15.
Yeah, we just recently lost a cat as well about 2 months ago. And then my grandmother passed away as well. So it's been rough.
Ooh. Yeah.
The cat died. Oh, it was grandma's cat.
Oh,
Yeah, interpreted was wrong then. It was the cat that belonged to grandma.
yeah. I thought it was a situation like my when my grandmother was dying, when she died, she told my brother who was living with her at the time, said, well, when I die, just have my dog be buried with me. And my brother said, I ain't killing no dog just to bury it with her. But nobody would have missed that dog. It was a little yappy thing, just obnoxious as hell.
I bet it was a Chihuahua. It had to be a Chihuahua.
Nope,
What? I've only seen annoying dogs that are Chihuahuas.
nope. It was a mixed breed, but it had Pekingese in it and some other small dog. But I don't think it had Chihuahua in it.
It must have thought it was a Chihuahua.
But it acted like a Chihuahua because Chihuahuas, they were bred to be personal, not exactly a guard dog, but that's what they were for.
They're like alarms.
Well, and yeah, that's exactly what it was. They were an alarm.
My little dog here is not very aggressive. She really is open with new people, very friendly with new people. So for a small breed, she's not very aggressive.
Yeah, most small breeds are kind of hyperactive. but you know, it's like they think they're the size of a Great Dane or something, but haven't realized how small they are. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end class unless someone has more questions for me. Y'all are free to go.
Personally, I have no questions. Goodbye, sir. I hope you have a good day and a good weekend. See you next week.
You too. Take care.
Bye, sir. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. Bye, Jocelyn.
Okay, I do have one more question, if you don't mind.
Nope, don't mind.
So my question is number 21. I've solved cosine. I think I get it 60 degrees, and then I'm adding 21 and subtracting the 250. Oh, and then I'm adding the cosine 300. I've done all of that. I've processed all of that. And then, hold on. Where's the notes that I had? I had my notes here.
That's in 6.2, section 6.2.
I believe so, yeah, 6.2.
Number 21. And so what were your angle degrees? Because mine are going to be different.
I've got 60 for one of them. And then I had 120 for the other one. And then I'd got 250. Then I had 300.
Are you sure about the 250?
Oh, 240, beg your pardon, 240.
All right, 60 is pi over 3, and 120. Oh, 120 is 2 pi over 3. 240 is,
I thought that one was supposed to be with the x-intercept.
no, these are the angles.
Okay,
Pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, I mean 120, and then 240 and 300. So on the unit circle, we're talking these points. And what's the cosine here? What's the x value here?
I think it becomes square root of 3 over 2.
No, this one's 1/2. Because it's a 0.1/2 square root of 3 over 2. The y value is the square root of 3 over 2.
Oh, no, you're right. I see it. I
So-
see it now.
So the cosine of 60 is 1/2. Is it plus, minus, plus? And they're all cosine?
At this point now, I've got the square root of 3/2.
Well, all 4 of these points here are going to have 1/2. It's 1/2, -1/2, -1/2, and 1/2 for the x coordinate.
Okay,
So there's no square roots here.
oh. For the 120, I'd got the square root of 3/2, a negative.
Oh, that's right. Okay, because it's here. Oh, no, I was thinking of, 120. No, 120 is up here. That corresponds with this one over here.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
And this one corresponds with this one down here, and this one over here, and this one over here. They're all going to be the same, 1/2 square root of 3/2, except the signs will be different depending upon which coordinate they're in. So here it's going to be a -1/2 and the square root of 3/2. Down here, they're both going to be negative. The -1/2 and the negative square root of 3/2. And over here, only the y value is going to be negative, so the 1/2 is going to be positive. So you're going to be adding and subtracting 1/2, -1/2, -1/2, and 1/2. It just all depends upon where they fall in as far as the adding and subtracting is concerned. So cosine of 60 is 1/2. And then you're going to add the cosine of 120, which is a -1/2. And then you're going to subtract the cosine of 240, which is a -1/2. So I'm subtracting a -1/2. And then you're going to add the cosine of 300, which is a +1/2.
Okay.
You see how I got 1?
Why are we assuming it's 1/2? I thought the cosine was the x.
Yeah. Right, so this is 30, 45, 60, 90, 120. So this one and this one have that symmetry across the y-axis. So that all that means is that the sign of the x's change. And then this was 120, and then we have 135, and we have 150, and then we have 180, and then we have 210, and then we have 225, and then we have the 240, and these 2 points are symmetric across the x-axis. So that means all you do is change the sign of the y values. So now it's -1/2, -3/2, negative square root of 3/2. And then you have 270 and another 30 makes it 300. And these 2 points are symmetric across the y-axis. So again, all we're doing is changing the sign of the x. So it's a 1/2.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
And so we're
Thank you.
adding and subtracting appropriately all these 1/2s. -1/2 and 1/2. We're going to add a -1/2 to a 1/2, and that goes to 0. So we can forget about those. The minus of a negative is plus the positive. So this is just 1/2 plus 1/2, which gives us the 1.
Got it. All right. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure.
I hope you have a good weekend.
You too.
Will you be in the office on Friday by any chance?
What I'm going to be doing is monitoring an exam starting at 9 o'clock. So it'll have to be after that. So that may that I haven't checked. I'm as 2 people and one may be taking a 2-hour exam and the other one may be taking an hour and 45-minute exam. So if or otherwise they're both taking an hour and 45 minutes, or they're both taking the 2-hour, actually 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'll either be done by 10:45 or 11:15.
Okay, I'll show up just after 11, give you time to rest, and then I'll show up just after 11.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives
Okay.
me time to sleep in as well.
Okay. Well,
All
I'll
right,
set up.
David, thank you so much again. Like I said, have a great weekend.
Have you tried signing into my Zoom office since yesterday?
No, I have not.
Okay. Because it should be working fine. I don't know. I don't understand why it wasn't working for you. Because I had just finished talking with somebody in the office Zoom not long after you started trying to get in. I mean, not long before you started trying to get in.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the same password, right? Capital?
Yeah. Capital TREED 30 exclamation point.
So 3 E's?
No, 2 E's.
Okay, all right.
Thomas Reed.
Yep.
This is my ACE's email. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept trying to do
I
that,
saw.
but I don't know, it wasn't letting me in. TREE 30 exclamation point, and it just was not letting me in. So I don't know, maybe something was wrong. Maybe the exclamation point wasn't right. I don't know. But it just wasn't letting me in.
Yeah, it's screwy. I don't know what to tell you.
I hear you. All right, then I will hopefully see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Bye, Stephanie.
Bye, Thomas. Have a good one.
You too.